Today is Wednesday, June 30th, 2021. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today we are talking Kyle Larson's Speed Week win at Grandview, looking ahead to tonight at Port Royal. The Summer Nationals Week 3 begins, and I go down a Lucas points rabbit hole. Before we dive in, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and hit those follow and notification buttons depending on where you consume this. Make sure to follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget, DIRTRACKR.com has a bunch more cool dirt racing stuff. Now, let's get going. Round number 5 of Pennsylvania Speed Week from Grandview Speedway is in the books, and it was Kyle Larson picking up the win last night. Brent Marks was strong out front for much of the 35-lapper, but a caution with 9 to go for a slowing Paul McMahon gave Larson the shot he needed. A slide job into turn 1 with 8 to go got Larson the lead, and he drove away to his 4th win in 5 Speed Week appearances at Grandview. I also believe it was Larson's 6th sprint car win in 2021 and 12th win overall. Marks, Danny Dietrich, Anthony Macri, and Kyle Moody completed the top 5. Rico Abreu finished 6th, and Christopher Bell was 7th after both drivers ran in the top 5 earlier in the race. Lance DeWeese was a DNQ after the Kreitz team bowed out earlier in the night with fuel pump problems. And crashes took out contenders Buddy Kofoid and Freddie Raymer. Raymer has now dropped to 7th in the week-long point standings with issues on back-to-back nights. Up next tonight is a trip to Port Royal. Larson's week continues on while Bell is finished in the Speed Lab 39. For not having been in a sprint car since 2020, I thought it was a strong couple of nights for Bell. He didn't look like there was really any rust that he had to deal with, and he was up to speed really quickly. Darren Pittman now takes over the driving duties of that race car for the next few nights. I'd say on past performances, Macri and Larson will be the guys to watch tonight at Port. They love to bang those boards, and both have momentum entering tonight's show. It'll probably come down to who makes the least mistakes and who can avoid those really hard hits to that outside wall. And if they can get their gremlins worked out, DeWeese should be a factor as well. Brent Marks continues to lead the way in the Speed Week standings, with Dietrich his closest competition at 78 points back. Rico, McMahon, and Justin Peck complete the top 5. The action is again live tonight on Flow Racing. If you're a late model fan, the Summer Nationals is back racing tonight to start Week 3. Week 2 was a bit rough with the postponements and cancellations, and only 2 shows were completed. Bobby Pierce continues to lead the point standings over Tanner English, Brian Shirley, Ashton Winger, and Ryan Unzicker. With 7 race nights in the books, Pierce and Shirley each have 2 wins, while Devin Moran, English, and Shannon Babb all have 1 win apiece. Tonight, the Hell Tour is headed to Beaver Dam in Wisconsin, and keep in mind it's just the late models. The modifieds are off until Friday. I was asked earlier in the week about a possible car count for tonight, and I expect a pretty decent field. Besides the regulars, we do know that Brandon Shepard is racing this week in his family's B5 entry. The last time the World of Outlaws late models raced at Beaver Dam in 2020, they had 31 cars. So I'd hope they'll get north of 20 for tonight with 5Gs on the line on a Wednesday. Either way, though, with names like Shirley, Shepard, Pierce, English, and more in the field, you can expect some good racing. Dirt Vision goes live tonight at 6:45 p.m. Eastern if you can't be at the track. Jacob Horde from Ohio Dirt tweeted yesterday about my use of equating points to actual positions on this show to help better understand the differences in the standings. And thinking about that sent me down a little bit of a points rabbit hole. Points can often feel really arbitrary, but I think it helps to kind of know how those points translate into actual positions on the racetrack. I know pretty well how the points breakdowns for both the World of Outlaws series and the All-Stars work, and I know them because they're all basically the same. I realize, though, that I have no clue how the Lucas points work, so I went digging for their breakdown as well. The most recent rulebook I could find online is from 2018, so hopefully things haven't changed in the 3 years since. As a comparison for the Outlaws, drivers score points based on their feature finish, and then anyone who doesn't start the feature is awarded 90 show-up points. The winner gets 150 points, second gets 146, and then it's 2 points per position afterwards. The Lucas breakdown is quite a bit different, though. Every driver who pays the entry fee and competes that night gets 50 points to start. From there, they also earn points based on B-main finishes for the non-transfer guys, feature finishes, and quick times. So, for example, if a driver signs in, races through the night, goes quick time, and wins the feature, they earn 260 points. They get 200 for the race win, 10 for the quick time, and 50 for participating. The top 4 spots are separated by 10 points, and then everything from there is 5 points. 21st on back all earn 75. In the last race at Magnolia, points leader Tim McCready finished 8th on the night, so we bagged 50 participant points and 140 for 8th for a total of 190. It's interesting to note these differences because it changes the weight of the points gaps. So a 50-point gap in Lucas is not the same as a 50-point gap in for the All-Stars or for Outlaws. I should have done a World of Outlaws late model series for the late model comparison there. So for example, Shepard's current 58-point lead over Madden in the Outlaw points is effectively 29 positions. 58 divided by 2 points per position. If Madden is winning, it would probably be a little bit less than that, obviously, because it's 4 points from first to second. The gap from McCready to Davenport in third with Lucas is currently 150 points, which sounds like more. But when you break it out, it's actually really similar to the Sheppy-Smokey gap. At 5 points per positions, that's 30 spots. If Davenport is finishing top 3, and it's actually even less than that. So the Sheppy to Smokey difference is basically the same as the McCready-Davenport difference, even though the points are actually much higher. And it shows just how tight the Lucas points are currently because Hudson O'Neal is only 30 points back in second, which is 6 positions or less. Those two top guys, McCready and O'Neal, could swap that spot in a single night. When looking around the country right now, most of the major points battles are still in play. The only one that feels out of reach for second on back is the All-Stars. Tyler Courtney has 256 points on Corey Eliason and Hunter Schoenberg right now, which is 128 spots. That's a lot with nearly half the season over. We'll keep this discussion going as the season progresses, and I'll certainly keep this up with Lucas to help you better understand how that's going. There are a plethora of new dirt racing podcast episodes this week. Wing Nation has Logan Schuchart, Dale Blaney, and Alan Kreitzer from Lincoln Speedway. Open Red has Donnie Schatz. Loud Pedals feed just updated with episodes from with Bill Baylog, Robert Bell, and Ryan Timms. It kind of seems like they're only making episodes available in the public feeds every couple of weeks. Stick Signals has Nick Graziano, who spent a week working on Bobby Pierce's late model. The Rigsby Report has Mark Richards. A lot of people talking about that one. Forward Bite has Jeff Smith. Passing Points has Dylan Westbrook. Track Talk has AJ Flick. And there are new episodes of the Dirt Reporters, Dirt Nerds, Dirt from Knoxville, Ohio Dirt, Quick Time, and Wednesdays with Wayne. To see the full list of shows and episodes, hit up DIRTRACKR.com/podcasts. There are 5 shows on today's streaming schedule. Dirt Track Digest has sprint cars and modifieds from Can-Am Speedway. Dirt Vision has the Summer Nationals from Beaver Dam. Flow Racing has Flow 24/7 and Pennsylvania Speed Week from Port Royal. And the Cushion has the Fast Series sprint cars from Atomic. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.